26th of March. It's 9 a.m. and it's time for the breakfast bash. Today we're going to be covering the Turfentine meeting. It's a 10 race card that's got some real interesting races. Not least of all, race 6, which is the Wilgerbosdrift SA Fillies Classic. It's a grade 1 for 3-year-old fillies, and it's also the second leg of the Wilgerbosdrift SA Triple Tiara. Another super race on the day is the World Sports Betting SA Classic. This is a grade 1 for the 3-year-old boys, and it's the second leg of the SA Triple Crown. This race is open to a lot of debate, and topping the boards is Malmoes, looking for his 6th win in just 7 starts. However, it's 1,800 meters, and on the strength of their last run where Malmoes won it, the second horse, Catch 22, was eating up the ground. And with an extra 200 meters, this looks like it's going to be a cracking race. With us today in the studio is Catch 22's pilot, Gavin Lerena, who's going to go through the card with us and give us some thoughts on a really interesting 10-race card. The first race on the card is a juvenile plate for 2-year-olds to be run over 1,100 meters and gets off at 12 o'clock. 7-horse field here will face the starter. How do you see this opening race, Gav?
Yes, I've gone through it. Only 7 runners. I did phone for Hope's Tower. I thought he would have been the right horse in the race. He won very well first time out, and he's also tends to hang out badly. And he's fortunate enough he's drawn 7 on 7. So Pierre would, I'm sure, have him on the outside rail to keep him in a straight line, and I think it'd be the horse to beat. Look, I mean, you got to have respect for the first timers and see if there's money for them, but purely on form, and the horses had 2 runs now, he's going to ping out those gates. So Pion drawn on the outside, I think he'll be a horse that could be hard to pick back.
We move on to the second race. It's a maiden plate over 1,400 meters. Yeah, Gav, you riding that West Coast Lover. 2 runs back, ran a nice race. Never really shone in its last start, but in this field it certainly looks to have a chance. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it doesn't look like the strongest of fields. He's pretty much a horse that works like a sprint at home. We're trying him over 1,400 because, at the race course he really hasn't put it together. His last run wasn't a bad run. He came from a bit of a rest and was obviously in need of a run. But I think I'm going to give him a quiet ride earlier on and hopefully he can fly home.
Perfect, boy. Move on to the third, Gav. Another 1,400 meter race. Yeah, you got a horse that I quite like, Belle of Belize. Ran a cracker first time out. But your thoughts, boy?
Yeah, the first Belle of Belize, the first run was a cracker. I rode it in the next start and I must say not my best ride. I got 43 wide and then I was broke down and fought this further wide. I did feel at that stage of her career she was doing a bit of growing and was going through a growth spurt. So, hoping she's in good form. They've got the blinkers and puncta on it, and I think she'll be the horse to beat in the race.
I couldn't agree with you more, boy. That first run was an absolute blind. If I'm not mistaken, you won that race. Am I right there? I think it was.
Yes, I rode Sparkling Water that day. It was also the debut as well.
And seeing what Sparkling
Water was in a real good feel that day.
Yeah, and Sparkling Water's gone on to frank that form. So yeah, you could be absolutely on the button there. We move into the fourth race over 1,800 meters. I'll see you back with St. John Gray. It's been a while, but yeah, you guys have had some great success. Once with the Devil, it springs to mind immediately.
Yeah, it's great to ride for Mr. Gray. I've run many winners for him over the years and put him on a bit of a suspension.
Yellow card.
Great to be back riding for him and winning for him.
Yeah, so you had a winner from the other day.
Yeah.
Great stuff. How do you see this race, boy?
I think it's a very competitive field. I think it's a race that you've got to go wide.
I'll you
I'm
right
just
again.
hoping for a bit of rain because my filly seems to like the wet conditions. She could be the one to beat.
This is the kind of race you could run 10 times and get 8 different results. Eh, boy, it doesn't look like an easy race, and I think yes, something that we're probably going to have to go wide.
Yeah, 100%.
We move on to race number 5, marathon, 2,400 meters. Yeah, you ride for your sponsors, Chatenga, Aliglezen, mate. How do you see this race?
Yeah, she's doing really nicely at home. She's in a very good space. Unfortunately, the conditions of this race don't suit her well. She carries top weight, 61 kilos against the boys. So that's where the tough task. She's carrying 8.5 kilos more than her last start, which was in a pinnacle, where it suited her. But Mr. Led has to run her here because he's prepping her for a race over 2,800 meters. I think it's in 3 or 4 weeks' time, where the conditions will be in her favour. But in saying that, she's a very honest mare, and I always look forward to riding her because she gives her best.
Brilliant. Definitely be including her.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave that.
The 5th race, second leg of the Triple Tiara, which is actually sponsored by Wilkerbos, which is interesting. And yeah, we found War of Athena going for her 6th win and 4th in a row.
Yes, yeah, the Wilkerbos trip is a pretty classic. Look, I think War of Athena is going to be hard to beat. Just the way she won the last race over the mile, she actually canted up at the 300-400 meters and she won it going away. So I think it's going to be very hard for anything else there.
Yeah, she's got a merit rating of 122. If that's anything to go by, the next best is a 106, and they're running at levels.
Yeah, look, I don't know, we've got some very high handicap horses.
Yeah.
Probably got the best horses in the world.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
The 7th race. This is where I quite fancy your one. Malmus will obviously be favourite, going for his 6th win out of 7 starts. But I like the way yours ran on last time over the mile. And now the extra 200 meters. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so we don't have the best of draws. I think it's going to be quite a tactical race. But he did finish very strongly last time, and he did hang in quite badly with me last time. I think we've sorted that problem out. He's in a very good space, and they're going to have to beat me. Yeah.
We move on to the 8th race, which is the Hawaii Stakes. It's the Grade 2 event over 1,400 meters. Yeah, you ride the filly for a very informed Dave Nieuwenhuizen. Dave's been having some winners of late, and this filly of yours, Mill Queen, won a very, very nice race last time out, and it was well overdue.
Yes, we won a beautiful race last time. I think a win like that for a filly is so important. And I just rode her with the hand, and she really enjoyed the race, enjoyed the win. And when fillies win like that, they bounce back, and they bounce back to their best. It was quite a while since the last win, and I think this was just meant to be put in a good space. He's drawn nicely. It is quite a competitive field. There's some very nice horses in the race. Obviously, there's 1 or 2 other horses prepping for bigger, better things. But I wouldn't leave Mill Queen out of anything.
We move on to the 9th race. This is an open handicap over 1160 down the straight. How do you see this? Looks a little bit of a minefield for me. How did you see it?
Yeah, it's quite a competitive race. I think the number 3 down to 0, the number 4 Forever Mine, the 5 Old Man Town are the biggest contenders in the race. I wouldn't leave a horse like Full Party out of it. On her best form over the course and distance, she's a competitive mare. But just if I look at it with a magnifying glass. I cut it down to 2 horses for Evermine, the 3-year-old. He ran a great second to FK start last time. That form round looked quite strong. And Old Man Town, it was a great run behind one of the best sprinters in the country, Chimatui ran last time. And I think the other horses that ran in that race, we got them while holding the weight this time.
So we're going to narrow it, openish looking race, but narrowing it down to like 4 and 5.
Yeah, I think it's between the 4 and 5. If you want to stretch it a bit, I would definitely say down to 0, full party, captain and master, second runner of the race, but I think down to 0, full party if you want to add a couple more.
Perfect. Thanks, Gav. We get on to the 10th and final. 1160 again, and MR88. Yeah, you're riding Holy Man for St. John.
Yeah, Holy Man on his best form, I think he's the best, a big runner. He ran a nice 4th last time out. He's always said, I think he got a cuddle early on and he flies home late. I think I'm drawn on the right side of the course, but we'll know tomorrow how the races go out the straight. So at this stage, I've got a nice, decent draw. Also quite a competitive field. Also I stay trooper with the class of the race. But I think on my horse's best form, I'll be in the money.
Perfect, Gavi. Thanks, bud. Tell me overall on the card, did you see anything that you felt stood out? Maybe that
honestly, I like Old Man Town.
And probably Muzi's horse.
Muzi's horse without a doubt. And they've got to beat me in the classic.
We'll be shouting you home, Gav. Thanks very much for coming on, my bud, and sharing your thoughts.
Thanks, my brother.
Okay.
Thank you.
Keep well, boy.